Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Rep your city, represent your city. Here we go. Here we go. We got Baltimore in the building. Of course, I'm representing Chicago. Shout out to everybody on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We got Atlanta, Georgia in the building. We got San Jose in the building. Rep your city. Let's show these cities some love. Yeah. Got Richmond, Virginia in the building. Baltimore, Maryland in the house. Rep your city, rep your city. I'm probably going to be over here a lot. Today and on through tonight, we'll see, depending on what's going on with me. We have the beautiful Mrs. Moore representing Atlanta. Ooh, gorgeous. Yes, indeed. So we're going to talk a little politics. Political discussions are a little one of the strange things I've noticed about politics. We got Buffalo in the building. Is when you discuss politics, it's amazing that the men are the ones that's emotional. I don't know why, but the men are the ones that seem to get into their feelings. We got Sterling in the building. What's that about? You don't see the women getting emotional, angry, slinging insults. It's the men. What the heck? Huh? Yes. We got Tallahassee in the building. Tallahassee is a very important place in my life, in my childhood. Because many times when we would go to Alabama to visit our relatives, we would go to Georgia, we would go to Florida. You know, our parents take us, to amusement parks in Florida. I don't know if it's still like that in Florida, but you used to hit Florida and drive, and there'd be all kind of go-karts and all type of stuff up and down. And we used to stay at this hotel at Tallahassee, and it was a circle that went all the way up. And me and my sister thought that was the most amazing thing ever back then. It was a Holiday Inn. And we thought that was amazing. Way back in the 70s, that was some serious architecture for the 70s. But my parents, my dad would always stop there, and we would always stay at that hotel when we went to Florida because he knew the children liked it. I'll tell you something else about Tallahassee, Florida, some great history. So we were in a hotel, and this program, you looking on the TV in a different city, this program came on. And there was these three guys on there. There was like black guys, and they had this funny hair. And they was on there playing this music, right? I was a kid, probably 8, 9. Many, many years later, I grow my locks. I'm Kemetic. I'm Rasta. And I look at this video and I see Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer singing "Steer It Up, Little." And that's who I seen when I was a child. That was Bob Marley, Bunny Wailer, and Peter Tosh. I watched at the Tallahassee Holiday Inn way back in the 60s. Maybe it was the early 70s. But if you've seen that video of Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer look like they're in a studio somewhere. I seen that as a child. And I remember watching it. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand the music. And I really didn't pay a lot of attention to their dreadlocks. I just was staring at the whole presentation. That's deep. But yeah, shout out to all the people in Florida. Some really cool foundational Black Americans in Florida. I tell you, some of the nicest people in the United States. Florida. I like Florida. I love Florida. The last time I was in Florida was a while ago. I was driving around in Florida and everybody was playing Body Body, right? And Master P owned the whole South. And that's when I really learned more about music, because to hear, Master P in Florida, down south. Florida, at that time I was in, running my own record label. So now that helps you a lot with music, because I got to hear rap from the South in the South, and I got to see the people's reaction in the South to music from the South. And then I said, I get it. It just sounded different in Florida. I always loved the song. But when I got down there, it was everywhere. And to see it in the element like that, I was like, whoa, now I really, really get it. Because I always loved the song, That song took over, that song and the movie. But today, I'm going to talk about these politics. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because the other day I was talking about the politicians, and I was talking about foundational Black Americans and what we have to do to politically, and somebody brought up Barack Obama, and then they brought up Kamala, and they brought up the fact that I voted for Kamala and Barack, and they was trying to say, if I'm pushing foundational Black America, why did I vote for them? Which was ridiculous, but I figured it would be good something to talk about. because sometimes people be extremely ridiculous and saying things that really make kind of no sense. Now, the first thing when it comes to voting for somebody is when you're voting for a president, right? This is what a lot of people don't understand. You don't get no choices. You don't get to vote for a foundational Black American president. You don't get to vote for a president from your state, or you have to vote for whoever the last two people are. So all of us in America, we see these last two candidates, and then we have to listen to these two candidates and try to decide out of the two, if we were going to vote for one, which one would we vote for? So I thought that was the stupidest comment ever, because you only get two. You only get two to choose from. And so this person was asking me why I supported Harris or Barack, because there was only two people. And that's the one I picked out to two. Duh. Now, another thing is, especially for the Black man, you have to stop intruding on other people's rights, trying to tell somebody who they should have voted for. You're totally out of line. That's totally out of line. You can say who you like. You can come and say who people should support. I can come and say, oh, you should support this person or support that person. But it's totally out of line for me to criticize your choice. That's out of line. That's totally out of line. Because that's really none of your business, basically. The best you could do is try to encourage people if you feel that one candidate is better than the other. But as far as crossing to the line and telling another grown man or grown woman who they should have voted for, you're out of line. You're totally out of line. For one, on social media, we got no proof you voted at all. For two, whoever you voted for, you had the right to vote for whoever you voted for. I don't think I got a right to tell you you shouldn't have voted like this. That wouldn't even go over well. And, the social media is a little weird. That wouldn't even go over well faced a bunch of men together. That would go bad. And I don't know, no man will let you tell him what he should have. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm from the older school. I don't know what the young, but I know where I come from. You can't be telling a grown man what he should have did. Like you somebody daddy or something, Like, you ain't my daddy. Like, who is you? Are you serious? So I couldn't see myself telling you who you shouldn't have voted for. I think the only time for me to talk about voting is when they're running for office and I suggest who I think is the best according to me. That's fair. That's fair to campaign. That's fair. I don't have no problem with anybody campaigning. But once it becomes emotional and once it becomes insulting, and once you think that you somebody daddy or somebody's mommy, and that you could tell another full-grown adult what political decisions they need to make, you out of line. Yeah, you out of line. You're doing too much. And so, yeah, 100% I supported Harris. 100%. And to be honest with you, there has yet to be proof that I was wrong. It hasn't been it hasn't been proven that she wouldn't have been the best candidate. I'm just saying. The current candidate, I don't know, gas $6 a gallon. People being sent to war. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've been patient because I want to give Trump a chance. And I feel like I didn't vote for him. I didn't support him. So what I didn't want to do is not support him and then jump on him as soon as he get in there. That's not cool either. It's like this. Two people run, you say you want this one, other people say they want that one. That one wins. Okay, then everybody rally around that one and let's see what happened and see what they're going to do. Not right from the beginning, you start criticizing that one just because you supported this one. That don't make much sense. So I wasn't going to just jump out there just because he won and just right off the big bat start, picking at him and let me just see what he going to do. Some people will begin to have voters remorse. Me, I'm still at the point where I want to see what he's going to do. I do not like how him and his family is getting rich and how he's using the office for personal economic gain. I think that's illegal. I think he's breaking the law heavily. I do believe that because he's the only one making money, him and his friends. The rest of America is paying $6 a gallon for gas. He's getting filthy rich and he's doing all kind of businesses. He's got his sons doing all kind of business. It's constantly a conflict of interest. I'm talking about, I think this is the most conflict of interest I've ever seen with any president. To actually get in office and actually make money from being in office. I've never seen that before. But if he makes a lot of money and then he ends up opening up the economy for people, that trade, I'll take that trade. But right now, I don't know if he's going to open up the economy for the people. The tariffs hit us hard. Now gas is high. And then there's a lot of racism in his administration. Shut down all the black stuff, try to shut down the Black Historical Museum and fire all the black military leaders. Just fired the black chaplain. And it's just like, if you black, you out of here. I can't say 100%, but that's kind of, it looks, yeah, we're not never getting that. I told them that then. It looks racist. Because the Supreme Court is Republican, the House is Republican, the Senate is Republican. There's no opposition there. It's a one-party government, basically almost a dictatorship. Basically, he controls the FBI, he controls the CIA. Who's going to arrest him? He controls the FBI. Patel ain't going to arrest him. So that's why I'm saying I had people telling me, talking about Harris, but it's yet to be proven that the right choice was made. It's starting not to look like it. It's starting to look like she should have won. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not here to really just talk about that. I'm here to talk about blaming voters. I'm not going to trash Trump supporters if Trump goes left, okay? Because Trump supporters is paying $6 a gallon too, right? Right? So Trump supporters is too, right? And I don't want to go back and forth with Trump supporters because, a lot of times people not honest and they'll have to have their lights out for be homeless before they would admit, you know, he's doing a lot of stealing, you know, and there's a lot of abuse of power. You know what I'm saying? Because when people when they jump off the roof like that and they pick somebody, they become all emotional, and so they're not going to be honest because they're going to try to fight for their choice, right? So even if they see it's a disaster, people nowadays they not honest like that. There's very few people like me that'll pick somebody and they start messing up, and I say to hell with them. A lot of people try to say, but he, but what I mean. So some people want to say face. They probably was all on social media, super trolling for him. I don't know. I don't know. People are a little weird. But the thing is, my point is, I'm not going to go and trash. If you're a Trump supporter and you voted for Trump, and then he gets in there and start messing up, I don't think it's cool to blame the voters. I just don't. I don't. To me, that's foul because the voters made the best choice they thought. And a lot of times they don't have no idea of what the candidate's going to do. We don't know what these candidates going to do when we pick these candidates. We hope for the best because, in all fairness, we don't get to pick no candidate. They stick two people up there, and out of two people, we got to try to figure out which one is the best one. Am I lying? That's not picking a candidate. That's not having a choice. You understand? We all got to vote blindly because, Lady Liners, because they just stick two people up there. We never know nothing about neither one of them. So you got to try to listen to them, right? Right? They had a little debates. They had a little talking points. They'd be like, okay, these are two running, right? And then we have to try to listen to see what this one say. Oh, okay, you're gonna do this, and listen what that one say. And they have the news ask some questions, but it's always loaded questions. It's never the questions we want to ask. And then next you know, okay, time to vote. And so you gotta go, okay. Basically, we voting blindly. You know what I'm saying? Okay, which one of these people I'm gonna vote for? I don't know nothing about neither one of them. Right? I don't know nothing about neither one of them. Right? So voting is blind anyway. Name me one. Every now and then, you might know something about the candidate. But look at the mayoral race. You don't know nothing about them. Governor, all the other seats, county, all that, secretary, you don't know none of them. But you got to try to look at their past record, and you got to try to have some type of fiscal responsibility. Because the people that don't vote at all, they're the worst ones. They shouldn't even never say talk. They should just shut up. If you didn't put no type of effort in nothing, why would you shouldn't even if you don't vote, you shouldn't even never say nothing about no president or nobody get in office. Just stay the same way. Same way you didn't say nothing, you didn't go try to make no kind of choice. Just stay quiet. You know, who wants who wants to hear from somebody that they ain't never cared. You didn't ever care. And so just stay like that. Just keep not caring. Don't start trying to pretend you care. What? You didn't vote. You wasn't active. You're not putting your word out there what you want. Because if you don't vote, you also ain't demanding for nothing, right? Because so when you voting, you got demands. That's all. People that don't vote, they got no demands or nothing. They need to shut up. They can't help the system none. And surely they ain't gonna never run. They have nothing for the Most High. Hey, bro, take your ass to church. It's not church. You know what I'm saying? Because I no disrespect, but I've been around people that talk the Most High stuff like that, like you talking, and be the first one to steal your stuff when you lay it down. So we can't really check your soul. So do me a favor, don't come with the Most High stuff because you might be a sinner. We don't really know you. We don't know what you'll do. You know what I'm saying? So leave the Most High out of it because we don't know you. You know what I'm saying? We don't know you. You can't verify you righteous. You righteous? You can't verify you righteous at all. So they leave the Most High out of this. Like, we talking about politics, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They all hate us. I don't know. I don't know. Go take like walk around a block or something and come back. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really adding nothing. Like you ain't adding nothing. Oh man, it's all nothing anyway. Everything, people like that. You try to have an intelligent conversation. It does none of it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand people like that. They can't have a conversation. They can't add into the intelligence of the exact conversation. So they be like, the conversation is useless. It's nothing. We're all gonna lose. It's like, well, log off. You know what I'm saying? Log off, man. Go find that type of conversation somewhere. What are we doing? Them type of people like nothing you talk about is worth talking about. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Unbelievable. You said don't matter? It mattered because we paying $6 a gallon for gas. it mattered unless you can prove to me that if Harris was president, that we be paying $6. It do matter because if she was in there, we might be paying $2.62. I don't know. But it matters. I believe it matters. Unless you can prove to me that if she won, gas would be $6, then yeah, it don't matter. But if she won and gas would still be decent, then okay. I'm just saying, it looked like it mattered to me. It looked like it mattered to me. Gas hit 609 in Chicago under him. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. 2 gallons cost me $12 under Trump. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Am I lying? Am I lying? I mean, we can't say it. I mean, I don't know if it don't matter. Only way we can say it don't matter if Harris would have won and gas would still be 609, then we'd be like, it don't matter. It's looking like it's mattering. It's looking like it's mattering. I know that them sailors out there that some of them the food supply is suffering out there in the Strait of Hormuz. I bet it mattered to their family that they out there at war could get blowed up. I don't know. I don't know. But all I'm saying is, my point is, blaming voters is foul because voters ain't got nothing to do with what the candidate actually do when they get in office. Am I lying? Am I off or something? Okay, you vote for this person, I vote for that person. Neither one of us know what the hell they gonna do. We hope, but let's be honest. Neither one of them know what they gonna do. Now we can't say they all ain't gonna do nothing because that's a fake judgment too. They might, this one might do something, or this one they both might do something, or this one be horrible and this one be bad, or this one be great and this one be horrible. You never know. My point is, if this gets worse and worse and worse, it's not fair to blame Trump supporters. Because there's nobody vote for Trump that thought their gas was going to be $6 in their own car, right? Right? So why would I blame you because you voted for Trump and now gas might go up to $10? I know damn well you didn't think vote for him, gas is going to go up to $2. What I'm blaming you for? Do that make sense? We got to stop blaming the voters. The voters ain't got nothing to do. Right? Yeah, Brandon tripping too. Yeah, he tripping. But see, Brandon went and threw away all that money on them Venezuelans. And now he got to rob the citizens of Chicago, right? Because he didn't stand on business and kick them back out. He should have kicked them back out. It would have been cheaper to put them on the buses and send them right back where they came from. That would have been cheaper than $8 billion. He could have spent some thousands, sent them back. Texas sent them back, sent them back. Texas sent them back, sent them back. Yeah, they want 6K to dock. They're gonna rob all of us. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not. You ain't gonna do nothing either, but just be some weirdo trolling on the internet. You ain't gonna do nothing yourself. You won't even do nothing for your own community. You don't do nothing. You ain't got nothing going on. And you's a grown ass man with them dreadlocks trolling, making dreadlocks look bad. And you supposed to be moving like a king and you trolling like a girl. Well, if you don't get your ass out of here and go put you some man pants on, what the hell wrong with you? What's wrong with dude? Boy, what's wrong with you? Oh, I know what it is. I know, Jay. I know what it is. I know. I'm sorry. I know what's wrong, Jay. I know. My bad. I know it hurt and cramps and all that. My bad. I know, Jay. My bad. My bad, Jay. Listen, you go take care of that. I'm put you on a little timeout. You go take care of that and you come back, okay? All right, Jay. You go take care of that. Okay. before I get on the couch or something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop playing with me over here. I'm gonna tell you, gonna stop playing. You're gonna stop playing. Yeah, you're gonna stop playing. I'm seasoned veteran. You're gonna stop playing. I'm not normal. It ain't nobody on the internet like me. And I'm with it on the internet and I'm with it in real life. In real life, I would only told you to shut up once, Jay. Coming over here trolling with them locks in your head, making brothers look bad. You supposed to be a king. Over here like that. Yeah, you over here, you know what I'm saying, with that girly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't doing nothing for his community. Just walking around dusty. He ain't even doing nothing in his community. He ain't doing nothing for black people nowhere. He ain't standing on nothing. So, stop blaming the voters, though, is just my point. I think that's not fair. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for the voters to trust the politician, vote for him. The politician going there don't do nothing that they thought they was going to do. Then you blame the voters. Blaming the voters, you letting the politician off the hook, ain't you? Like if Trump mess up, should we blame Trump supporters or Trump? We should blame Trump, not the voters. Not the voters. To me. Because like I said, we only get two choices. People talking to me like, why I support Harris? I'm like, bro, that was the only one left. What? What you mean why I support Harris? It was Trump and Harris. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by a toe. If he holler, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What are you talking about? Who else was it? Okay, so I looked at the two and I chose her. That's a crime. That's a crime. Or you mad because you chose Trump and I should have chose what you chose? Or you mad because you like some of these people you didn't choose nobody? Make it make some sense. So they saying, well, she not FBA. Which, okay, name the FBA that was running. Okay. Okay. See what I'm saying? You only get two to choose from. And you got to look at the two. Or be irresponsible. Most of the time, I'm irresponsible because I vote based on race. Not because I'm a racist, but that's what I do. I want to see my own kind in there because I believe my own kind can do something. Well, I'm not throwing no vote away. I'm not voting for somebody that ain't gonna never win. I'm trying to help somebody win. That man ain't gonna win nothing ever. Okay, come on now. Let's talk serious. That man not gonna never win nothing. He just running for the hell of it. He know he can't win and probably keeping that campaign money. Who gonna vote for him? Nobody's gonna vote for the nutty professor. Okay, he can't win. He can't be mayor. He won't even get on the city council. He need to go sit down. SAT, not SC, not SCT, not SIT. SAT. That's my grandma say. Cornell West need to go sit down somewhere. Nobody, you said Cornell West, bruh. Y'all are too funny. I won't vote at all. I don't vote. I only vote if it's a black candidate. I changed my rules for Harris because she was a female. I say, y'all put a female in there. I be trying to get something out my I be trying to get something out my vote. And if I can't get nothing out my vote nationally, I'll get something out my vote personally. I tell y'all this all the time. I don't know. I can't speak on that because I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think he would run. He won't run. Ain't no way. I don't believe Tyreek would run. Ain't no way. Tyreek don't want to be bothered with that all that foolishness. There's no way. No way. But if I can get a role model for my children and grandchildren, I'll vote. I use elections to encourage my children to go to school and stuff like that. So if Harris would have won, I definitely would have benefited because I got three daughters and I got a bunch of granddaughters. So all I would have did is I would have took pictures of her winning and I would have used Harris win to encourage the girls, to encourage the young ladies in my family. I get what I could get out of it. I'm on a whole nother level. So I would get what I could get out of that. I would use it so my daughters won't be no broke bust downs pregnant in the hood. So they go out and make something out themselves. My stepchildren and my youngest daughter, they was little when Barack won, and I hung his picture up in their room. I put the whole family, the Obama family, in both rooms, psychologically. That's over your head though. That's over your head. You know what I'm saying? Not all of y'all, but some people. Some people say, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I give you a perfect example. Hold on. But people say that's ridiculous. Is it? Is it ridiculous? Okay, who they look at? Who on? Who they look at? Who do white children? Right, right, right. See, see, see. This is over your head. See, see. If you royal, you shouldn't be doing the funny face, all the clown stuff. All right, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. Grow up too. There's nothing royal about that. Change your name like to Goofy Goof or something. Don't use the name Royal Empire, and then be a bozo. Okay, step your game up. So you see who they have. If you don't like me, get off the internet. Try to catch me like outside or something. Get off the internet. You see why this picture? Why what does this picture do for young white American children? You understand? You understand? What do the movies do? Superman, Batman, all the imagery. You see? It's to encourage them to be something. That's why they try to have as least of your imagery as possible. have very little imagery of you. Okay? And so when you look at the situation with voting, they never tell you how many people didn't vote. Look, 93 million people didn't vote. There's 360 million people and 100 million didn't vote. Almost a third. More people didn't vote than voted for either candidate. See, this is heavy here. And I never vote third party, and you can see the little yellow line. Why? So you're wasting your time. It's a waste of time. They might as well took them votes and threw it with one of these other ones. And they're just voting for nothing. The idea of voting is to try to win, not to vote just to vote. But this shows you what's going on. Look how many people don't vote at all. You understand? Now, when you get into Democrats, that gets a little funny, Cameron, because they'd be like, Democrats, that's the new thing. Democrats this, Democrats that. That's a little not accurate like that. That's a little inaccurate. The accurate statement is the Republicans get most of the white votes. So, unless admitting that Republicans get most of the white votes, then it's not fair to say the Democrats get immigrant votes, because what other votes are they going to get? If the Republicans get the majority of the white vote, what votes are the Democrats going to get? They don't ever say that, Cameron. They be spinning y'all, these talking heads, they be telling y'all like fake information to play with your emotions. The Democrats have to get minority votes. They have to get immigrant minority votes. They have to get social votes like gay rights, black rights, some type of social. They got to win with social votes, race, like that. The Republicans just could get the white American vote. They don't need social issues. They make it like the Democrats intentionally getting the immigrant vote because they don't want you to know that the Republicans automatically get the white vote. They never say that part. Y'all notice that? They never say what votes the Republicans get. They just always say the Democrats get the immigrant vote, they be, you see what I'm saying? Tell me I'm lying. If the Republicans didn't get the immigrant vote, if the Democrats didn't get the immigrant votes, would they ever win? If the Republicans didn't get the gay vote and social issue votes, would they ever win? No. They would never, ever, never, ever, never win. Never. Nobody's going to tell you that. That's why I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest. Nobody would tell you that. You know they'll never tell you that. they will never, no one will ever tell you what I just told you. It will never happen. So for the Democrats to get white votes, they have to have some issue for whites to vote for them, like the farming or something like that. The Republicans don't have to have no issue. Y'all ain't never noticed that? The Democrats need an issue, a cause to get a vote. The Republican could just run. Y'all ain't noticed that? Go back and look at all the elections. The Republicans don't need no issue. The Democrats need some kind of social issue or something. The Republican Party is a white party. So you heard me say it like that. So no wonder they don't say it. I guess I guess they can't say what I just said. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a righteous way. The country is majority white. The country is a white country. Blacks, you're barely 50 million of you. There's 100 something million whites. Then all everybody else. You don't got the votes to compare with white America. It's only 50 million of you. And your votes are going to go down because you ain't having no babies. The black man don't want to have no babies. Then a lot of y'all is going LGBTQ, which is fine, but they not going to have no babies. Then with the substance abuse, prison, you ain't having no babies in prison like you supposed to. How many babies with those men and those black men in prison? How many babies would they have had if they was free? A prison, if they give you a 30-year sentence, that's 30 years, no baby. Unless you get lucky to get conjugal visits or something. No babies. Then they programming y'all not to have no babies. Babies is a bad thing now. Yeah, they don't want to have no babies. They're like, babies, I don't have no babies. They don't want to have no babies. They just want to have sex. So you see it. Almost 100 million people didn't vote at all. Let that sink in. Why did so many people who registered to vote not show up to vote for the U.S. elections? The 2024 U.S. presidential elections achieved a voter turnout of approximately 65.3%, with 154 million people casting ballots from a citizens whose voting age population is about 263 million. However, around 20 million registered voters, 11.5% of the 174 million people who registered to vote, chose not to vote. So not only everybody's not registered to vote, but 20 million people that are registered to vote didn't even go vote. Let that sink in. Only 65% of the country voted, right? So that's 154 million out of the people, right? That's old enough to vote. And out of those, 20 million didn't go vote. They didn't even go. But you got to understand something about politics. This is what they don't tell you. You don't got to go vote. If three people vote and two vote for him and one vote for him, the two votes win. So it's fixed. It's not about how many people vote. It's who get the most votes. So they don't care if nothing but 1 million people vote. Whoever get the most of that million is going to be the president. Let that sink in. It's going to be a president whether you vote or not. So abstaining from voting, that don't do nothing. That's one of the most ridiculous practices ever. Stay home, don't vote. And what does that accomplish? Nothing. Now, if you could not vote and then don't nobody win, yeah. But if you don't vote and somebody's still going to be the president, what did you do? Nothing. Somebody going to still tell you what to do. It's not like you can say, I didn't vote, so you can't tell me what to do. No, that's still going to be your president, whether you voted or not. I never could understand that. I never understood that. Don't vote. I never understood that. Nobody was ever able to show me the benefits from not voting. I didn't understand that. That don't make no difference if you don't vote. So what are you not voting for? To make a difference? You don't make no difference. Like what? What? Okay. So the point of this live stream is, listen, stop blaming the voters. The voters got limited control. The voters do the best they can with what they got. They have two candidates and they basically vote against the one they don't want to get in there. It's not like the one they voted for. They expect a lot, but they don't like the other one, so they vote for that one. They don't like that one and they vote for that one. You can't blame them. They're stuck. And it's not till the American people realize that they stuck that it'll be a change. Because the only way you could fix this is you have to have 4 candidates. 3 candidates won't fix it. It'll be imbalanced. 4 presidential candidates will fix this country. Because at that point, you're going to really have to come with it to win. Yeah. 4 people should be running. That's the solution. 3 is an odd number. That won't work. But 4, that'll make a big difference. That'll make a huge difference. And more people would vote. Let that sink in. But whatever you do, don't blame the voters. Because I had people mad at me because I voted for Harris when it was only 2 candidates. I'm like, well, it was only 2 of them. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Well, just say you was mad at me because I didn't vote for Trump, because that must be what you mean, because how could you be mad at me when there's 2 people and I picked one? And then you ain't my daddy. You know, that's a little crazy. You know, to try to tell a grown man why he should vote. That's you know what I'm saying? That's insulting. You know, so I'm a grown ass man that feed myself and pay my own bills. Who the hell is you? You all out your body trying to tell another adult what they should have did with their vote. See, I don't do weirdo stuff like that. So which one of y'all I could tell y'all what to do? I could tell y'all who to vote for and what y'all should do. I could suggest, well, y'all should probably I could say you should vote for somebody, but I can't tell you who to vote for. What? I can't tell you who to vote for, and I can't be mad at you after you voted for who you voted for. You grown. That ain't none of my business. Like, that's not my business who you vote for. Seriously. Now, if you want to volunteer it to me and say, I'm going to vote for whoop de whoop, that's fine. But I had people really thought they could tell me who to vote for. I said, you won't make it 10 minutes outside in the real world functioning like that. Boy, where the hell you came from? Especially on social media, I don't even know you personally for real like that. You trying to tell me who I vote for? Who is you? Like, that's crazy. The same way I can't tell you you need to vote. You supposed to vote. You grown if you don't want to vote. I cannot tell you you better vote. You should vote, and you a grown ass woman. You a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Hell, that's crazy. In real life, only the little kids listen to us. Anyway, unless you get lucky, get some good kids, them teenagers don't listen to you. They'll agree. Okay, mama. They go right out there and do what the hell they want to do. You can't even tell your kids what to do, especially if they could do what they want to do and you don't find out. They're like, well, if I don't do what you tell me to do, you'll never know. Right? So I don't know. I raise children. It's hard to tell them what to do. I know I can't tell no grown woman or no grown man over here what you're going to do and then be mad at you. I've memorized everybody that supported Trump and now I'm mad at you. That ain't crazy. That's crazy. Imagine all the people that came over here that supported Trump if I memorized them. And then when it's over, I'll be acting all funky with you because you said you were going to vote for Trump. That's crazy as hell. That's not crazy. I'm going to hold that against you. You're a grown person. Who you want to vote for? Not knowing what neither one of them going to do when they get in there. Because I do not know what Harris would have did when she got in there. She might have did great or she might have messed everything up. How the hell I know what she was going to do? I was just rolling the dice. I hope she's going to do all right. I think when we vote, we think they're going to do all right. Don't we? Like, I think he going to do good. I think he going to do good. That's why we vote. Because we think. We don't really know. I voted for Brandon Johnson. I thought he was going to do good. Now you're going to hold it against me because he get in there and mess everything up. How you going to hold that all against me when I'm the victim? See what I'm saying? He did me dirty. I wouldn't have did myself dirty. I wouldn't have picked him for him to mess up everything. How I know he going to mess up everything? So now you're going to hold it against me because he ain't no good. And that's the problem. When a president get in there and don't do good, all Americans should hold it against the president, not the voters. And if we did that, them presidents would stop messing up like that. When them presidents get in there and mess up, everybody's supposed to come together and say, hey, you messing up, get your ass out. Not, y'all voted for him. No. Come on, man. Americans better wake up and start uniting and making these people do what's best for the country instead of going all the way back to election. Because as soon as Trump mess up, they're going to try to blame all the people voted for Trump like it's their fault. No, damn well them people didn't know Trump was going to do all this stuff he did. You know how many Americans cursing Trump right now at the gas pump? Voted for his ass, $6 a gallon. You know they mad. You know they mad. Why would I beat them down? They going through enough. Brandon Johnson spoke about reparations, but Brandon Johnson, we didn't know he was dumb though. Brandon Johnson be something like this, like a deer in the headlights. He didn't know what he was doing. That man messed all that money up. Now that man finna raise everybody property taxes through the roof. People gonna lose their houses. Man, they ain't gonna be able to pay them new property taxes. Dude, dumb as hell. He didn't look dumb until he got in there. Hey, White Flame, he looked cool till he got in there. When he got in there, that's when I said, oh, dude, dumb. I was like, hey, White Flame, tell him I ain't lying. Look, this is what happened in Chicago. Listen, I'm going to show y'all some game about these elections. I'm going to show you how our mayor got in office. You ain't going to get this nowhere. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to show y'all something. Watch this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how they did us. Do I got the picture? Hold on. Watch this. I'm going to show you how they did us. This was all the people that ran for mayor. Y'all, the last mayoral election, this who ran. How are we supposed to pick which one of them? Keep it honest. Be honest. How are we supposed to look at these people that we don't know nothing about really personally because they're not in the camera all year round, all the time? So when it's election time, they pop into the camera, right? And they announce this one campaign and this one, but you really don't know a whole bunch about them. They ain't been in the news like that. They ain't been talking to you or nothing, unless it's a governor or somebody that's already been out there. So they threw these people out here, and we had to pick somebody. How we gonna pick somebody? And the fact is, the person that should have won is Willie Wilson, but he's unorthodox. You know, he's real Southern, but he the only one that could have ran this city. He the only one be giving out gas at the gas pumps to thousands of people. He the only one go to all these buildings and give everybody $50. That's who should be the mayor. That's why we don't be knowing, because they wait at the last minute and throw them people out there, and then you got to try to figure out which one. Real talk. How we supposed to know? And J. Mal Green better not run again. He tried to run and then he lost. And you know what he did? He let Paul Vallis take him a photo op at the doggone chicken spot. He didn't really have to say that much, but he didn't get to talk that much. He didn't get to talk that much because there was so many people talking. He didn't get to talk. We still didn't know who he was. The only reason Brandon won because he was the last one running against a white dude. But this brother, J. Ma, when he lost, he went for this photo op at Harold's Chicken. And look at the dude looking at the camera. Val is looking at the camera, just holding the chicken up, just for the photo op. Cause J Mall's a goofy. He not winning for nothing. Look, this is what he did when he lost. He didn't run and bag Brandon. He ran over here and went to the chicken photo shoot. And now he run this mouth trying to get his position to run again. I'm gonna be all on this bumper because I supported J Mall. That's who I was supporting, this guy, until he lost. I thought he was good, but now ain't no way I vote for him. Yep, look, all the food on his side. More food than you know he gonna eat. A horrible photo shoot. And you can see the camera. They was in such a rush. You could see part of the camera. You could see the reflection in the mirror. You know what I mean? And look at J Mall sitting there smiling. Boy, look. Talk about he voted to run for mayor. Now, I ain't never been against nobody running for it, but J Mall, I'm going to be, he ain't going to like me at all. Can he be the mayor of Chicago? No. Paul Vallis, he messed up all the money for Chicago Board of Education. They ran him out the city. I think he went to Texas, messed their money up. Then he went to one more state and messed their money up. Now he gonna come back and try to be mayor. When he got chased out the city for messing the money up, he totally destroyed the Board of Education. But J Mall, he be trying to be a somewhat gangster. I understand you grew up he tried to be a little bit gangster, a little bit somewhat. Some. Willie Wilson, the one that should run. Willie Wilson be going to these seniors buildings and these big apartment buildings and giving everybody $50. Then he be paying for gas at gas stations. People be lined up and he pay for all the gas till the gas pump is empty. That's who should run. But this, I just wanted y'all to know, this is how they be doing these elections. Now, I would support Sawyer because, I went to school with Cheryl. And I went to school with Cheryl Sawyer. So I would support her. I think that's her nephew. I think that's her brother's son. So I would support Roderick. The Sawyer's been there a long time. He might do something decent though. But I went to school with his relative Cheryl. She was nice. I wonder what she doing. Yeah, Cheryl Sawyer. Cheryl was cool. So I would support Sawyer just on GP. At least with Sawyer, I could get a meeting and talk to him. I don't know much about Buckner and the rest of them. Sophia King, ain't that the one that make Chicago red, turn Chicago red? She might do a lot of damage this year. I don't know if the turn Chicago red gonna work though. I think that's her. Is that her? White Flame, is that to make Chicago red? Or turn Chicago red? Is that her? Chicago flips red? Let me see. Is that her? She might do a good job. She might do a good job. Her name Danielle Carter Walters. No, that ain't her. That's not. I thought her name Diane Carter Walters. Hold on. No, that ain't her. The lady I'm talking about is is Danielle. I think. Yeah, that no. Danielle is the one. She might do a good job though. The queen sound like she's serious though. I'll listen to her. I'll listen to her. I'll listen to her. I need to take my grandson down to City Hall anyway one day when they down there, so he could see that whole thing. Oh, you say you thought it? Wait, let me read. Hold on. When I post this, I'll read what you said. I know it's two of them, but it's one of them they got out in the front. You say I thought it was two black women. Okay, this the one that they pushing, I think, to run. But are they pushing the other one? The state is 68 billion in debt. Hell, all they need to do is tear down Soldier Field and build a new Bear Stadium right there and play somewhere else for 1 year, 1 or 2 years, play somebody else till the stadium get built. That's what they need to do. Them dummies gonna try to move the Bears somewhere else. They dumb as hell. Man, tear that junk down. Tear Soldier Field, tear that down and build a Bear Stadium right there. They never should have built that spaceship inside of Soldier Field. It looked dumb. It looked crazy. Tear that down and build a stadium right there. I could get that money back. But see, one reason Illinois broke, because Illinois, them doggone governors and stuff, hey, one reason we broke is because they won't build nothing else in Illinois. Nah, they gonna move to one. They trying to move to one of these suburbs. Gary's out the picture. They trying to move. I think what Hoffman Estates out there. Hey, but here go the problem. White Flame. They stupid. They need to go. They need to tear it down. And what they need to do, they need to build another major city in Illinois. Why they I don't know what the hell wrong with them. They need to build another major city in Illinois. They slow, bro. They slow. I could save this city and I ain't even no politician. I could save the state myself. Come on, man. I could save this state. So how they can't save it? I'm telling you, man, they hiring too many smart people. They need to hire some regular people. I don't know how they can't, man. Man, look. They slow, bro. It's an easy fix. The problem with Illinois is they need another city. Like, duh. Come on. What the hell wrong with them? They got a whole lot of money just sitting there, bro, and they won't go get it. I'm going to show everybody right now. They got a whole lot of money and they will not go get it. They will not go get it. It's just sitting there. You can't have no big state like this with just one city. Come on. I'm going to show you just how they can get it. I'll show you right where they could do it at, too. It ain't gonna even hurt. It ain't gonna even hurt Chicago. Chicago, a major city. Another big city would just bring more money to Chicago. Look, white flag. This is what they should do. Watch this. They too smart. They won't bring in no other people. This is what they should do. They should build a city. You see right where it says St. Louis at? You see it say St. Louis? You see on the other side it say Louisville, Kentucky? Right? You see St. Louis right there? They should build a city right there. They should build a city right there. They should build a city right there at Springfield. They already got Springfield. Go put some billions of dollars into Springfield. It's the state capital, right? It's the state capital. So you're already going to have the tourists to come and see all of the Illinois politicians, Lincoln, Clinton, Hillary, Obama, all that, right there. Now, you right there where you buy champagne. Peoria is right over top. St. Louis is nowhere from there. You're going to make bank. They gonna make bank. Springfield's already set up, already got some colleges in there. So a whole bunch of land just sitting there in Springfield. My daughter went to school in Springfield. I drove down to Springfield twice, 3 times a year. They don't got nothing down there. It's just sitting there. Go build Springfield up. Bam. Tear down where the Bears at downtown, build a stadium, then get another football team, the Springfield something, or baseball team, or basketball team, pro basketball team. Build up Springfield, make it a major city. Right there by Champaign, Peoria, St. Louis. It's not even showing all the other cities, a whole bunch of cities there. They're going to come from Tennessee. Tennessee is right under there. There go Kentucky right there. Right there. They're going to get all that. They're going to get Louisville, Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee. They're going to get all that money. Right there. They're going to get money from Missouri. They're going to get all that money from Kansas City. Because Kansas City to right there is not as far as Kansas City to Chicago. They're going to get money. Man, they'll get so much money. Springfield sitting right in the middle. It's the state capital. As soon as you fix Springfield up, then you fix up Peoria. Bam. So you got Chicago, Peoria, Springfield popping. Duh, they slow. They slow. Crazy. All this got doggone land and ain't got nothing out there. Why the hell y'all going all the way to Arizona for training when y'all can go right here to Springfield? Why they don't build an indoor baseball stadium right there in Springfield and go there for spring training and rent it out? I got some friends live in Arizona. You know how much Arizona making on spring training while all the teams is going to Arizona for spring training? They making a fortune just on spring training. Because it's warm. But shoot, all you got to do is build an indoor arena down there. You're going to get all that spring training. Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Kansas City, all them going to come there instead of going all the way to Arizona. They don't know how to make no money, man. Anyway, y'all, that's what's happening with that. Y'all stay positive. Don't be getting y'all emotions all into these politics, though. Don't get your emotions in politics. All you can do is vote and do the best you can do, and that's it. It's going to be up to the politicians. If you want anything done, you're going to have to start putting like your own groups together. You know, and with social media, you could put a social media groups together where you could start, you know, really campaigning for things you want done in your city. You know, we'll talk about that some other time, what foundational Black Americans could do to better our economical situation in this country. It's things we could do, you know what I'm saying, to get a better economical situation. A lot of these places is going out of business and stuff like that. We need to jump in and take those over and rejuvenate some of that business. For real. They got to rejuvenate these businesses. They done messed these businesses up with all this cash. See all them debit and credit cards, you're going to go out of business. You ain't gonna go, you ain't gonna do good. If you ain't got cash, you ain't gonna do good. That's a fact. All right.